Recently, I got an email from a woman who wanted to get out onto the road and start adventuring, following her best dreams, But there's a lot of fear that comes from that. Fear based in kind of your body trying to help you, right? At least I think so. I'm trying to not put my demons down, but say, I think they want to help me. They just like our parents, don't know who we are. And neither do we, I guess. And so there's a lot of fear that can come out here. Fear based in truth to an extent. I mean, new things are scary because you don't know how to do them. Old things are not scary because you do know how to do them. If you do nothing else, do one thing for me. Just let the situation determine the outcome. Don't freak out about it. Don't make things up in your mind. Do it and let it be done. Let it show you what's going to happen. Because I can freak out about everything, but guess what? That does nothing for me but cause stress and anxiety and panic attacks. Just let it be what it is and learn from there. That's the thing, man. Everyone has learned, but we forgot we have learned. Everyone learned how to talk. Everyone learned how to walk. Everyone learned how to drive. And yet, we just don't want to learn anything new now? What type of life is that? I drive stick for that very reason. I remind myself when my father stuck me on a hill and he said, okay, get out of it now, right? And I said, oh, damn, I can't. This is hard. If you've ever been in a stick shift car on a hill, it's impossible. I could do it without blinking an eye now. I learned that. You can learn things too, whatever you want. Doing things, building knowledge, builds confidence because then you have things people want. I didn't know this, It made me really happy for her to ask me questions that I had answers to because I knew other people don't. Her parents have never done this. Her parents, I know more than her parents about this, at least. And that's what's, I guess, good about, getting out there and knowing things about whatever you care about. All right, I'm gonna get off my soapbox and let you see those clips. And since I've been doing this for 2 years, I figure I could help you ease into the life of living into your car. I wanted to introduce you into the spot I slept last night, a spot that could be, in fact, yours. I've got a river right here. I've got mountains. And I've got all the comfort I could want right inside my car. I've got power, I've got light, I've got electricity, I've got darkness, I've got solitude. I kept the shades up to actually show you what I do every night so you can get an idea and the best thing that you can do, because I was afraid that people would see the lights through. Do a darkness test. Turn on all your lights and come outside and look for little spots of light. Through here you can see my tapes sagging a little bit. It's been, like I said, 2 years since I put this original tape on there. Can I see any lights? I like to keep my lights dimmed. Like this has got like a little frosted bowl over it so it's not super bright. I was afraid people would see me in the house lighting up my car, but now that's not a thing because I know I did my darkness test. I know nobody can see the light coming out from in. It's not a thing. I also try and respect with sound. I don't make any sound. I got headphones, Don't be an asshole, basically. Respect. Forgive it for being a little crude, but it does get the job done. Basically, this is just a front cover cut to the sides of the back window. I'm not good at cutting. I measured like 15 times and it still came out horrible. But like I said, just shape the area around with tape or cut it again. I'm thinking about doing this again once I get on the road. And it stays up there, it's light enough. Keeps everything good. Got the solar panel up top that keeps that all good. I use this for my feet. I'll show you that real quick. All right, we put that in the way there. Then I put this here. Depends on how tall you are. I'm about 5'10"-ish. This car, I believe, tip to taint is about 6 foot. I just have a bunch of clips that clip things together. That way, if my feet move around in the night, things don't come open. You don't really want someone looking through that window through here. So I clip this to that, just wrap it around. Then this is just this cut to size to fit this window. I stick it in the window. Don't have a problem. You could just see that. You can't. Basically, the idea is if you can't see out, they can't see in. So make that the best thing you can do. You might want to do this too. I got a video about that. to exit the door from the back because it's almost impossible to exit this car from any other place. So in the morning, I just put all my clips right there in one spot. This comes down, pull it out, put it over here. You don't have to pull it down, but I like to ride with the windows down, and if I do, then that flaps all over the place. Not a fan, you know. But this comes up, that folds down. It's a simple process. This comes back up, this just sits here. Pull that down, you're ready for business in less than a minute. I like to just open this door to let it air out because it can get a little hot in the mornings, but I'm not super ready to wake up yet, you know? So I'll have a light morning, you know? I'll just open this thing up, let the breeze come in, take the shade down, put my shade over there. So this is my friend Jerry's Honda Element. I actually talked him into it before, and I just wanted to show you that it doesn't have to be super duper crazy intricate. I've been doing this for way too long. I just have nothing better to do, but this is the super simple setup. He didn't even take the chairs out. And it's the same thing I did in the beginning too with my Volkswagen. You can watch that video. But all it is what gets it done. It doesn't need to be fancy. It works. It's just a mattress. That's it. Sit down here, you sleep. That's it. That's all you need to do. Cover up.
And your feet can go all the way to the center, go all the way, if you're really tall, can go all the way through between the cushions.
It doesn't need to be crazy. I know everyone, that seems to be the best way to get out of it if you're afraid. Oh, I need to make some sort of crazy contraption. I need to be like these guys doing all the weird wood paneling. Just get it started. We're trying to cut costs, be able to live our dreams. Our dreams don't pay a lot. If we take away all the stuff and all the problems.
At night, you can move the seats up.
You know, Jerry wanted to retire, so, you know.
And you can move the seats up.
He retired.
And you've got plenty of room.
It was kind of perfect because I have been collecting a large amount of, just basically to make myself not feel so bad for not filming every day. Been filming my sleeping spots for months. So I'd like to share that for you. It can be pretty scary. For 6 months, I didn't leave Walmarts. I just slept in parking lots, rest areas, places with lighting, places with video cameras. You'll see them on the post. Sleep next to one. Sleep in groups. You see where the RVs are? Sleep there. And to a degree, you can also break the rules if you see their signs posted, but people are breaking them and nobody cares. Laws are only as good as they're enforced. You know? Oh, you can only wear white socks on Tuesday. How many cops are going to enforce that law? I mean, unless you're a straight up douche, right? Great spots to find camping spots. Freecampsites.com. If you're up for campsites, not just, you know, sleeping on the street or sleeping in random pull-offs. Compendium. BLM Land. Let's get into it. Dun, 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 dun. Biff's got the magazine! Oh my gosh. I totally forget what happens in the scene. But this is the scene, the tunnel scene. And Back to the Future 2. Doc! Super! Just run down this way. Yeah. Get that cardio in. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a nice sign. Maybe we'll sneak behind the bushes here. Mall parking lots especially are gigantic. Filled with lots of spots, and as long as there's no sign saying otherwise, you're pretty good. See? Trucks over there parking and all that. And this right here is where Dr. Emmett Brown would have parked. I like how they kept that old school font. It really does kind of hold the essence of Back to the Future too. About 1:16, I got places to go. Another Walmart. Always good for a night. Although some not so much. Well, what if I could rest it in this thing, huh? I thought this thing was the coolest. I had to come over and see it. It's a 1956 Chevy bus made into a monster truck that'll give you a ride. Never seen tires so big. I can honestly say I've never seen a shopping cart so I don't even know what to call that. Maybe maybe the monster truck got a hold of it. I didn't see it. Stayed in all manner of places. Like I said, I did spend 6 months in only parking lots, not only Walmarts, Kmart's. Good thing about if you really don't want anyone around. Abandoned parking lots, you know, Sears and Toys R Us have just went out of business. Those parking lots will be forever empty until someone takes up stock into that new place. They're just empty. Nobody's patrolling them. Nobody's doing nothing. I did it there. I've done Lowe's and Home Depot. And if you have the Planet Fitness, you can work out, take a shower, and then sleep there. Some things that are 24 hours you can kind of get away with, you know, because people are always going to be in that parking lot. So as long as you don't become a negative fixture, you should be fine. You know, put it into your rotation. I don't really like hospitals, but technically you could. I'm not a fan. I've done churches before. Churches are great, especially as long as you don't go like on Sunday. Sunday can be a little rude awakening, you know. Dudes having like 7 o'clock services. I don't know about that, you know. So just go any day but the weekend. And if someone knocks, you just got to say, hey, WWJD, you bitch. Come on, Jesus will let me sleep out in front of his house if I needed it, right? I don't know. Never had a problem, though. Out of all the retail places, I've never had a problem with Costco, ever. Even though Walmarts and other places can be a problem. Look how big this parking lot is, too. Costco, you're all right with me. Thank you. I might just go over there and buy something. Especially if I'm hungry. Costco's got some good food. I don't have a membership, though. But sometimes the little food court's outside. And I'm like, oh, yeah. You know what time it is. Now, it might be common sense, but you want to park as far into the back of the parking lot as you can. You don't want to take space away from paying customers. Kind of take an idea from their own trucks, or maybe this bus that's chilling over here. You know, just don't make too much of a scene. Don't give them a reason for them to kick you out. Just, you know, respect it and be thankful and stuff. You know? Now, this might be something to think about. You can park practically anywhere during the day, but you have to deal with day stuff, heat and all that other stuff. You know, a good way to do that would be to get a night job somewhere. That way, your nights are taken care of. You sleep anywhere you want. I see Hispanic Mexicans do it all over the place over here. You know, I guess they work the nights. They park under a tree at Griffith Park, and then they do it again. Other ways you could also do it is get like work camping jobs. I mean, I know that's not really like freedom, but you're still getting your housing paid for, maybe even dorms, you know, or at least a campsite, say Amazon Camper Force or the Beet Harvest or any of those jobs that I talked about in my video. Here's a prime example of a place you can sleep during the day. Sleep underneath this tree, get some shade, and have it all to yourself. There's nobody here, and it's the weekend. Industrial districts in every town never fail. They let the trucks sleep here overnight to make deliveries in the morning. They're normally not through streets, so they're quiet, especially at night. Maybe a little bit during the day, but look at this. Come on, I got a tree for shade. You can have idling trucks overnight for like a nice little white noise calm down. Don't forget your blanket. You can get a little chilly, Willie. So always read them signs. Sidewalk red means no. That means it's a go. Ooh. I'm not saying you will get a ticket, but you know. One of my favorite spots to park is residential areas. Pretty quiet, although sometimes you will get street sweeper and maybe a little lawnmower action, weed whacker. I'm not even sure what this is. But these giant bushes make for great, you know, like, I don't like to park in front of somebody's house. I just don't feel like that's respectful or something. But these big old bushes, sometimes they put in front of their house. Hey, they can't see me, I can't see them. Works out for both of us. You know, make sure there's no signs that say you need a permit or something. Best part is this isn't a through street, so there's not even traffic coming through here. This is basically road ends right at the end down there. Perfect. That means nobody's going to come down the street that doesn't live down the street. And how many people live down the street, you know? The SeaTac rest area. Pretty nice. They'll even give you free coffee at this thing eventually, or maybe sometimes. They're closed at the moment. A little bit of a tight squeeze. I've never seen a tent camper on the back of a motorcycle before. That's pretty cool. I mean, I've seen the teardrops, but I've never seen a tent. That's something cool. They've got a lot of picnic tables everywhere, and some of them are even covered by these little stalls. But don't stay too long. Please limit your stay to 8 hours. No tents or camps. Of course, there's no stopwatch, so I'm not sure exactly what the protocol is. I assume state cops do roll through here every so often, and if they see you here multiple times, you might get a knock. All of Washington will give you free coffee and donuts and cookies. I think it's donations. Sometimes it's a little bit of Jesus talk. Whatever, you know. It's worth the, talking with another person if you want to. Get a little Jesus if that's what you need. Life inspiration. Best nature spots I've had. I didn't want to park over here because I've seen some dudes trying to whip it, But right here is not too bad of a spot. Well, I do have to worry for the rock foliage. Suppose it wouldn't be a bad way to die. This isn't too bad of a spot either. You can see somebody's definitely done it before. And I'm pretty sure this little water stream here wasn't here before, but California's been getting a hell of a lot of water. And it just made itself a little stream. The ground's a little soft over here too. You don't see the stars in the city. It's one thing you can really take for granted when you see them constantly. Anyway, yeah. It's a beautiful spot. I mean, look at my spot compared to the Giganto Mountain over there. The big boy McCall. Oh! That's one thing I'm afraid of, parking in this thing, I got a track record of getting stuck in places. Another day, another parking spot. Oh, baby. The weekend, maybe not the best day to come to the mountains. Everyone's trying to get up here, but nice enough spot. Though it's a bit of a slant. Didn't really make too much of a difference. Slants this way don't really matter. I mean, unless you're kind of like Dracula, just standing up straight. That might be a bit of a thing. This angle matters the most. And if you are wrong on one angle, just turn around and that'll help you out. You don't have to come up here to sleep. Oh, Daddy Longleg over there. What's going on? You work yourself up to it. You build your confidence in your I don't care anymore factor. And to a degree, don't get cocky and asshole-ish, but, just take that confidence, but still be humble. Yeah, this is my filming spot right now. I mean, I park maybe a little ways down the street there, but, I mean, you wake up, then you just come to a park like this, and there's only one other dude in this parking lot. That's a little bit of my pet peeve. I hate when people park next to me, but I understand why they do it, It's like a fear thing. Hey, if we're closer together, we're not all gonna... I think being closer together is actually worse. Because if there was a murderer, we're all right there, If I'm gonna die, I want this murderer to get some cardio in, He's gonna be running a mile, just killing people, doing a big circle around the Walmart. Yeah, everybody dies, but not everybody lives, so get out there and live your life. Do you. Live it. Love it. 818 till I die.